Sure, there's a couple different things that we do at Kochava. So first and foremost, we're lucky that we have our own first-party data set with free app analytics. That's what powers a lot of our marketplace. So it's an SDK that goes out into millions of apps worldwide, and we have over 800 million devices that we actually have first-party data license on. And so we use that as a true set to compare all the other data that's coming in. So that's first and foremost how we use it, because we're tracking things within those applications like usage, and we get to see the full array of what's going on the device, the device ID, location data, etc. So that's first and foremost. The other that we're working on very vigorously right now is leveraging third-party partners that are trusted and verified, such as an Experian, for instance, which is really well known here in the US. They have consumer-level data at the individual, at the household. They have to be accurate because they're a credit bureau. So we're using their data where we bump up some of the existing data that we get from other partners, for instance, bump it up against their truth set and make sure that the data that's being passed in, whether it be demographic data, household information, etc., is matching to what Experian has on their record set. And so, when we get our data set, the Experian data set, and we match all those up together to make sure that, it's trusted and accurate, then we give it the verification stamp to let it go into the marketplace and be bidded on and transacted upon. One of the things for Kochava that's really important is that Kochava's core business is measurement and analytics. So we are the system of record in a lot of the biggest brands in the world's applications. So our data there has to be accurate. So we're processing tons of data for McDonald's or Netflix or Airbnb on a daily basis in terms of what's going on inside of their applications. So then when we bring that same mentality to our third party, our data set, the Kochava Collective, we have to be as stringent and accurate there as well. So we have a different level, different standard, so to speak, of the way that we look at it. We're not making money, so to speak, solely off of our DMP. We're making a lot of money on the measurement side. That's our core business, and we don't want to jeopardize that business because we're known for being one of the most accurate in the entire ecosystem. So we bring that same mentality to the data side. So we're coming at it from a bit different. And the other thing that I think we've done a really good job of doing is actually creating a lot of transparency in how we make our data segments. So when an advertiser logs into our platform, they can actually build an audience within the platform, whether it be using location data, apps on device, etc. And we tell them exactly how that audience has been made, the data providers that go into that data set, so they can get a scorecard, so to speak, of what makes up that individual audience that they've created. And then they can choose to whether or not they want to send that to a partner or not. So I think that's another thing in terms of providing the transparency of what goes into that data set that we've been doing that seems to be resonating really well with marketers and advertisers. Sure, there's a couple things for us. So on our measurement side of the business, what's important there is we're a processor, we're not a controller of the data. So what's one of the things that we have already built in for a lot of our measurement clients is what we call intelligent consent. So we actually have a prompt that any of our measurement partners can leverage within the application itself. It actually opts in the user. They have to go through and actually check each individual box of the data providers that may be accessing their data. And so that's something that we've already built into our platform. So that we will bring that same type of intelligent consent when those laws start rolling out. You mentioned California, so any of our clients that are based in California that those laws that we have to abide by, we will have the intelligent consent management to that. The other thing too is that we have very strict privacy laws that we actually put in place with our free app analytics. The app developers that we give away the software for free to own the data in there, in which we make them adapt the language to any of their terms and conditions in the app so that they're clearly opting in consumers. If a consumer does not consent, we just drop that data from our database, and we expunge it, and there's nothing we can do with it. The only other part too is that because of our measurement business, we have like ISO certifications. So we've gone through a much more stringent process than a lot of other data companies because of that measurement business. So ISO certified, etc. So we're already playing in that higher level without even being asked to here in the United States yet.